Go back to page 5 of your jury instructions, please. Submitting the case to the jury. In just a few moments, be taken to the jury room by the bailiff. When you have reached decisions in conformity with these instructions, the appropriate form should be signed and dated by your foreperson. During deliberations, jurors must communicate about the case only with one another and only when all jurors are present in the jury room. You are not to communicate with any person outside the jury about this case, and you must not talk about this case in person or through the telephone, writing, or electronic communication, such as a blog, Twitter, email, text message, or any other means. Many of you may have cell phones, tablets, laptops, or other electronic devices here in the courtroom. The rules do not allow you to bring your phones or any of those types of electronic devices into the jury room. Kindly leave those devices with the bailiff. It says here to leave it on your seats. Don't do that. Give them to the bailiff. Do not contact anyone to assist you during deliberations. These communication rules apply until I discharge you at the end of the case. If you become aware of any violation of these instructions or any other instruction I have given in this case, you must tell me by giving a note to the bailiff. During this trial, items were received into evidence as exhibits. You may examine whatever exhibits you think will help you in your deliberations. The exhibits will be sent into the jury room with you when you begin to deliberate. I cannot participate in your deliberations in any way. Please disregard anything I may have said or done that made you think I preferred one decision over another. If you need to communicate with me, send a note through the bailiff signed by the foreperson. If you have questions, I will talk with the attorneys before I answer, so it may take some time. You may continue your deliberations while you wait for my answer. I will answer any questions if I can in writing or orally here in open court. In closing, let me remind you that it is important that you follow the law spelled out in these instructions. There are no other laws that apply to this case. Even if you do not like the laws that must be applied, you must use them. For more than 2 centuries, we've lived by the Constitution and the law. No juror has the right to violate rules we all share. Let's go sidebar, please. All right. Mr. Barton, you need to remain here with us. Rest of you may step out, begin your deliberations. Will we send in the evidence? Be seated, please. So, Mr. Barton, this will conclude your service with us. I do appreciate you coming back. I know it was some inconvenience to you, but we're always worried we lose somebody along the way, and then we have to start all over again. So appreciate your service to us. Let me make you aware of one right that you have. You have a right not to discuss anything about your jury service. It may be that someone would contact you, and it's probably not unlikely that someone would contact you. It's up to you whether you wish to discuss it or not. You're free to if you wish, but you're also free to just say, I'd prefer not to talk about it. That's up to you. We appreciate you being here with us. We'll let the bailiff get you out of the building and let you get on your way. Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
Have a good day. Do you need this letter, Mr. Barton, from the clerk?
Probably not. I'll take it.
Okay, stand right here for me.
Can you retrieve this? You can't get that from here.
He's not good.
Okay. All right.
Quality of the lip.
All right, everybody be seated. Let's discuss a couple of things. And just a second, I'll let y'all. Is the evidence in the same separation it was at the end of deliberations? Do you feel like the lawyers need to go through it again?
No, I double
separated out what was for identification only,
Yeah,
and you've separated out what was just put in this proceeding, so.
yes,
All right, when we break, if y'all want to give a quick scan of the evidence, you're welcome to do so. It sounds like she's got it separated out. Let's talk about a couple of things first. If there is a life recommendation from the jury, will the defense be ready to proceed to sentencing since there's only one sentence I'd be allowed to impose?
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll need a score sheet available for that, so go ahead and prepare that, Ms. Kappelman, so we won't be delayed on that. Mr. Evans said there was some victim impact information that you wanted me to consider. If you'll give me that, I'll review that in the interim. Mr. Sangha, have you discussed with Mr. Garcia representation on appeal?
Judge, as we indicated early on in the case, he became indigent, and so unfortunately, and our office does not do appellate work, so we would ask, I don't know if he needs to be declared indigent again.
Well, that's why I brought it up. Why don't you get a PD affidavit from the clerk and fill that out? And of course, it's still your obligation to perfect the record and file the notice of appeal. But once you've done that, if we have the PD affidavit, you can file your motion to withdraw and allow the public defender to take over the appeal. Anything else from anybody?
Not for Mr. Garcia, Judge.
State, anything?
Judge, I've marked State's Exhibit 200, a court exhibit which contains the PowerPoint which the state presented in the closing for penalty phase.
Okay, for record purposes only, it's not to go to the jury. So why don't y'all scan the evidence for it sent to the jury. With that, we'll be in recess till we hear further from the jury. And if you need one more thing to do, I will need jail credit.